Alright, guys, I am up. I am up. Now, not only that I am green on one of my accounts, I still have to wait for the other one to be green, the original play. But yeah, I'm pretty close. I'm pretty close to my, uh, cost average here. Of course, I have so many accounts out there, so I can't even like I don't know my true cost averages, but I'm pretty close to green right now. Well, based on the price that we see on the best company in the whole world. Okay, so sorry. Let me let me set this up real quick. I know I'm just kind of happy. A little bit, right? Hey, it's the battle hasn't won quite yet, but I'll put my 2 cents in, and of course, Moran's on at all time. The best man to get the right info about GameStop. If you haven't subscribed to Moran's, please do so. Okay, let me see. Who's here today? Who's here today? No one. Okay, great. Appreciate everybody's support over here. Now, I'm sure you guys gonna watch it later. But let me see if... All right, so since nobody here, I'm just going to start the show. Now, I don't know how long I'm gonna be here. I'm sure you guys gonna pop in at some point. If not, that's fine. Hey, I'm here talking about GameStop. Who cares about GameStop, right? Nobody knows what this company is doing. Wasn't being sarcastic. Now, there's a lot of distraction out there, so let's just try to bring a sanity into this company real quick. Now, let's not forget, behind every stock there's a company behind it. Okay, so the company GameStop is doing well. I know people would love you to think that this company doesn't do shit, doesn't do anything, doesn't bring any value, worthless, worth $6 a share. You are buying an overvalued company, blah, 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 right? A lot of those things are noise. So how do I know this company is valuable, right? What price target? Why do I think that $10 was a buy when people tell me to sell, right? Sell now, you're going to lose your money type thing. Okay, all right. But the conviction that I got was based on the balance sheet itself. And I've always grounded in that. And that's why I don't listen to the noise on the mainstream media out there. Of course, if you type GameStop, you're going to hear a lot of negative sentiment, right? And even the people that are supporting retail investor or whatever, whoever talk about retail investor, saying, yes, they have the right to buy every company out there, including the one that are not profitable. Well, it's not GameStop. GameStop has been successfully turned around by Ryan Cohen, right? The leadership, the board of director, I'm not saying, even Matthew Furlong, they were able to, turn this company around and trying to their best to be profitable. And they are profitable, And when I say GameStop makes money, people are just like, what? GameStop make money? You are an idiot for saying that. Okay, well, how do I know that GameStop make money? Here we go. This is how I know. So you go to balance sheets, right? I mean, is that a buzzword to say there's a balance sheet behind a stock that you buy? I mean, come on, right? Of course, with Roaring Kitty, I'm glad that people pay attention to his portfolio once again, because that's going to put GameStop on the map. But let's not forget about the company itself. The health of the company is important, and this is important to the price action. It's acting as a catalyst because this company, this stock, the price right here. Oh, yeah. I'll come back to that. Has been suppressed for 3 years. Okay. Now, when I say that, or suppressed or whatever, I don't know if it's a market mechanic. Perhaps again, people are not paying attention to it. 3 years ago, because number one, they thought it was over. Number two, they thought that Rowan Kitty already sold out of his position. Remember when it was $10 a share? Nobody was covering it, right? Nobody was saying anything about it. I made this channel like a year ago. Nobody listening to it. Look at my subscriber base. Not that much, okay? So you just know the information has not been and again, this is why I knew that was the opportunity to buy. The absolute opportunity to buy was when people are not looking into it. It's not the popular thing to do at the time. And so if you want to be a contrarian, and again, you have a thesis behind it. Like I said, every stock right here, every stock has a company behind it. And the way that you know the value of the company is to learn to evaluate the company yourself. I know it seems like a daunting task, but anything could be learned, right? I know Martin Scully, whatever his name is, right? Hold on, let me see. I know, like everybody knows by now, because Moran's just grilled him yesterday about. I watched this like many times, just like it's an epic, right? This guy, of course, he's putting in front of retail to say that he is so knowledgeable about something, right? And I remember when he was coming burst at the scene saying, oh, AMC might have some value here. Hey, I mean, I do as an analyst, if they could do this and this and this and this, they're going to have some value in here. Of course he would pump AMC to you, right? There's a lot of video out there. If you look at his name, AMC, a year ago or 2 years ago, you would see him, promoting, well, at least turn a little bit kind of soft on AMC, saying that it might have some value there, right? Oh, it could go to this and this and this. Of course, he was wrong about it. And then now he claims that he was the one who warned people about ape and all that stuff. Like, I don't know if it's true, but again, I remember him pumping AMC as well. And so, I mean, being in display for a long time, I know, because I used to listen to these people as well, right, on AMC. And again, I was the investor of AMC at one point. After ape, I was like, this is terrible, right? And so I come to my senses. And now GameStop is, again, this is why I learned how to read balance sheets myself and not trust any analyst out there, because again, nobody gives me the truth about this company. So let me run this through. Since nobody's here, I could just run it through this real quick. No distraction here. Okay, so we all know the preliminary posting already, but again, this is just a preliminary posting. I used the most conservative one, the least amount of revenue, top line revenue, the maximum amount of expenses. So this is the most conservative ballpark. Most conservative one is that they are losing a net income of $37 million. It could change, it could be less, it could be a little bit more, but I think this is the maximum amount of money that they were losing. So the next trailing 12 coming June 11th, which is the earnings report. There you go, boom. $20 million in the plus. So they actually make money here. Okay, so with that out of the way, we could talk about the gamma RAM and all that stuff. Very exciting, right? But before we go through that, let's kind of dispel the notion that somehow if they're declining in revenue, they're going to continue to decline forevermore until the end of time. Now, I did a video about this after the earnings, that they drop us from $15 to $12 in one day to try to scare people to sell into their position. And in that video, I was kind of like, okay, let me kind of play their game a little bit here, right? Hey, what's up? What's up? I haven't seen you in a while. Thank you for joining. Try to go through the fundamental and again, kind of like speculating a little bit here, right? Again, I'm trying to play their game a little bit here. Remember, Skrelly, you know, this guy over here, this guy, was saying to Miranda, top line revenue is down, sell is declining, and whatever. Okay, well, let's play that game. Let's say, again, this is the data that we got right there. So 2023, 2024, there you go. If you look at the balance sheets over here, right? So 1 and 2, those are the data point that I'm gonna use. Of course, I could average it down, but this is the steepest decline that we have in top line revenue. Okay, so that's the worst case scenario here. Okay, and then now if that's the worst case scenario, top line revenue declining forevermore until the end of time. Of course, I'm assuming. Okay, so this is the rate of decline, right? Hopefully, we don't decline that much more, you know. But let's just say we continue to decline, and this is fourth quarter of, I should do fourth quarter of 2000, again, I'm just like doing fourth quarter only, okay? Not the whole year. I know it's unfair to do that, but at least I'm comparing fourth quarter for every single year. Okay, so let's say every fourth quarter. Why fourth quarter? Because it's the best quarter in GameStop history. Of course, I'm gonna cherry pick, right? I'm a GameStop investor. I'm gonna cherry pick that. Just like the bear case out there, they're gonna cherry pick whatever data that support their claim. So let's go with that and kind of combine the two, huh? So top line revenue seems to be the elephant in the room here that they want you to think. So let's just say they decline forevermore, right? So 2025, they're gonna only pull in $1.4 billion, which is, am I doing the right one? Yes, so quarter 4. Wait, am I doing this right? Whoops. So 3, 4, right, 25, sorry. I'm trying to kind of project ahead of time. Okay, so project ahead of time. Let's say this quarter 4 of this year, we're just going to be here, right? Let's say we decline so bad, right? Like, really, top line revenue. But have you noticed, like, even in top line revenue, I know, like, Moran's point this out. So in 2023, right here, boom, we have net income increase from here to here. That's 30%. Like if you do the math, right? So 30% increase in the plus. So if top line revenue goes down, but income is going up, isn't that like the best thing ever? Of course, I'm doing a steep increase. I mean, the rate of increase for income, I kind of like cut it down by 5%, you know, a year. Let's just say we don't, you know, Great Depression hits or whatever, right? We won't be able to sell that much. But I'm sure, you know, Ryan Cohen could cut a few stores, like at least not to cripple the company. But if the Great Depression indeed does hit at some point, like Skrelly was saying, you know, you could scale it or cut down to the point where you could be, you know, very small. But even with that small footprint, we will be able to calibrate whatever needs to be calibrated in order to, you know, adjust to the time. You know, the economy is not as good as they think it is, or they tell us it is, right? Kyoto, is that, am I saying it right? GameStop elitist. GME elitist, yes. Yeah, I'm just going through the fundamental here too, because like people are not focusing on that right now. They're just focusing on the price point. I know it's exciting to see the price going up, but it's important to kind of like focus on the actual company itself, because again, I hear people saying, "Oh, this company doesn't mean anything. It's not about fundamental. It's not about, no, no, no. The catalyst is here. That's why fundamental matters. And they're gonna try to pump any other stock to you, every other stock to you. I've been here before. They pump AMC in front of you. They're gonna pump Nvidia in front of you now, right? So I saw a lot of Nvidia, of course, Nvidia spike in price, and I knew it was just like when CNBC is trying to push Nvidia to you, that means that they are pumping it to the public, right? Saying that it's not a bubble, it's actually real demand out there. That's why we're talking about it. That's why the stock price appreciate and all that stuff. BS. There's no real demand out there. And I'll show you why. But anyway, so this is my strategy plan. Now, since there's recent development, I become more and more convinced that MOAS might actually happen here. Because again, this is just a speculation that I had before. Roy and Kitty, coming back to the scene. And so I'm just like, okay, this possibly could happen. So of course, now I'm going to shoot for a higher price target. Again, this is just me speculating that it could possibly get to that price point. Now, will I technically sell the whole position? Of course, I'm not going to ever exit out of this company completely. So I'm going to always hold some amount of shares that I feel comfortable holding. I don't care what the price is. I'm just going to hold on to it forever until the end of time. And of course, the story hasn't been ending yet, right? We still need to work on all of these fundamental improvement little by little, right? S&P 500, obviously, Moran has talked about that extensively. And there we go. Look, dividend, right? That's what I'm looking for as well. And that $300 million and $40 million, $300 million to $400 million per share. I mean, sorry, per share. I mean, it could happen, but sorry, per year, trailing 12. That's what I want the company to do. And so when that happens, the book value and all that stuff is going to be reevaluated as well. So this is how I come up in my price target, you guys. I know for those of you who are new, hi Carter, thank you for joining. Spade King 9, sorry if I butchered your name. Welcome. Those same people that say it's not about the fundamental is usually short. Yes, of course, it's not about the fundamental. I know, because again, they are confusing the public at large, and that's why they said the things that they do. That's why they push AMC in front of you. They said, oh, it's not about fundamental, it's about the squeeze play, and then they switch around, bigums. All of a sudden, oh, look, we need to save Billy or whatever, his terminology is. But again, like anytime they talk about GME, they always pin AMC with it, with GameStop. Obviously, for many reasons, and I'm sure it's beneficial to them at that point to try to impede on the price action of GME or negative sentiment, right, in general. And again, that's a game that they are playing. Of course, we are smarter than anybody, right, in those circle. Now, I'm not trying to pin us against each other or anything like that, but I'm just thinking, at some point you have to come with your own conclusion. And that's why, I talk about it, how I would not have the conviction to buy it at $10 if I don't look at the balance sheets myself, and I don't look at Ryan Cohen, the company that is, like I said, Peter Lynch said, behind a stock, there is a company behind it. And so look at the company first, and whatever the price point is, that's the agreement between two people, right? Currently, all I know is that I could buy GameStop at $32. It's fun to see the price going up there, but I'll talk about the gap in a minute here. But but yeah, it's you know, it's a matter of how much conviction do you have. Now, of course, I have 32 as my, you know, kind of like anchor price, like Marantz was saying. You know, I got the metric from Marantz, kind of like, well, kind of, but it's more like Best Buy. You know, that's the price point that I kind of like worth. I want GameStop to beat them, right? So you know, 5 times book value is what Best Buy is trading at. So since we're kind of compatible to Best Buy somewhat, that's why I got 32 from. So currently, this is the fair price, right? Of course, this is just straight up balance sheet. It doesn't account for the supply and demand, the short interest, social sentiment, what is happening to the company 3 years, you know, the social media out there that are legacy media, you could say, call them. They are, you know, pulling their hair out. Everybody calling for, you know, Roaring Kitty to be, you know, the platform and all that stuff. So those type of reaction means something, right? And again, means what? Because somebody is hurting. Somebody wants you to sell shares to them at a very low price. They want it at $10. Nobody sold it to them. They want it at $8 or $80. Nobody sold them. In fact, they double down, tripling down, or whatever, right? And in my opinion, they are pumping NVIDIA right now, and enticing. I'm sure some of that is going to be the 401k people, right? You know, pension funds. I don't know. Again, this is just my speculation. You know, coming from a place that I don't know what's going on. All I know is that CNBC is pumping NVIDIA right now. And it seems like the price target for these people on NVIDIA keeps going higher and higher. It's like it's so comical to see these people pumping NVIDIA. And we all know, in my opinion anyway, of course, I keep saying it's going to crash. Of course, again, full disclosure, I do not have any position in NVIDIA, long or short at the moment, but I've had short position on NVIDIA before, not currently. I might open a short position on NVIDIA when I kind of see some weaknesses here, because I don't think it's $3 trillion, right? They want you to believe that. They want you to think that. Of course, they're going to pump it up. Now, I heard on Marantz shows today that most of the company the company that buy chips from NVIDIA actually are leveraged in debt. They are borrowing money to operate the company. So that's going to put a strain on those companies that are buying chips from NVIDIA. You know, how are they going to make money? How are they going to, you know, be able to pump this up to the public? And how many people are going to get hurt because they think that somehow there's real demand for this out there? Now, there's a lot of bear cases the same way. The social sentiment, of course, this man is pumping it to you. So if you believe him, go ahead, buy NVIDIA. Like, more power to you. It's a free market, right? So if you want to buy a $3 trillion company, go ahead. And how can you make money off of this? I mean, how can you 10x? Do you think NVIDIA would 10x in 10 years, 5 years, 2 years, whatever, right? How much more money would have to go into this company in order for this company to grow 10x from here, right? So because I want to invest in company that will 10x, that will increase in value 10 times. So that's why I use 10x. I use whatever, right? If you could 10x your portfolio, that's the pinnacle of success already. Roaring Kitty, do it millions times over, okay? So I would much rather put money where Roaring Kitty is putting. So But anyway, so that's what I thought. They're pumping it to the public right now, so it's very suspicious to me. They do that. Sorry, I'm kind of like stumbling over my words here. Now let's look at the gamma ram. Of course, like fundamental aside, of course, the company is healthy. The company is gearing up to do something. In my opinion, this is fair value. So let's get into the realm of speculation here, right? Of course, based on data as well. You know, I'm not here to just throwing out numbers that I don't have any clue about. Of course. So this coming up, oh my God, look at this. I have been monitoring this. It used to be like 12,000. Now it's up to 69,000 contract in the money call option. Now, if this call option is being exercised, the market maker out there would have to deliver the shares. So the speculation is that they don't have any shares. Right? The speculation that I have, again, I have to say speculation because I can't prove that they don't have any shares. You know, wink, wink. Is that they are selling those call naked, right? That the people that own GME don't write covered call. And where are they gonna get the share from to cover this thing? So again, this isn't a speculation. I'm hoping that the integrity of the market is not being compromised here in some way. Of course, I still trust the system, and not really. I have to say that though, but I trust that we have a free market, right? So they should not have any problem. Come on, you guys. They should not have any problem covering this at all. So we'll see. If that's the case, market maker would have to go to the market in order to hedge this position or buy some put or something. I don't know how they hedge this. Now, let's look at the max pain right here. Max pain is 25. So be in the lookout for that particular price point, because if market maker have the ability to kind of manipulate the price down, that could possibly happen. So perhaps that's going to be that gap fill. So be on the lookout for that one right there. That's the gap. Not to say, I mean, I'm not saying it's going to fill tomorrow. You know, last time it did maybe 10 days or so, right? This gap fill right here. It doesn't have to fill soon. All I'm saying is that to kind of keep an eye on that, right? You might have the ability to buy GameStop at 25 at some point. I'm not saying that the price will crash tomorrow. Please don't you know, commit any trade based on this at all. I'm just, again, always try to find an opportunity to buy GameStop at a lower price. Yeah, if I could add more to my position, I will. Currently, you know, I'm pretty kind of max out a little bit here, so I won't be able to do the the regular contribution. But I have my price point, so this is it, right? So 32, I would buy the same rate as I, you know, set it out. $200 a month. That's what my budget is. So now it's going to be less than that, and so we'll see. I will see how that. Again, 200 is just my baseline. Of course, I will add more if I have more. Depends on the expenses that month or week, whatever. So I get paid bi-weekly, so like just like anyone else. So within the price range of this one, I'm gonna slower the rate a little bit here. Depends on how much FOMO I get, and you know, whatever the case might be. 65. Why 65? Because it's double the, you know, kind of double the 5 times book value, so 10 times book value. I'm not gonna kind of add more to my position. Not to say that I'm gonna sell. Of course, I have my moon back over here. The amount of shares that I will kind of hold on to until this happen, right? And so now my playback. This is the strategy that I have on the run. Okay, so this might change. Of course, currently I have $100. Hey, short seller, if you're there, you could get my share at $100, and I will sell to you one share at $100. Just for kick and giggles, right? In my opinion, anyway. So 100, and then I incrementally $50, right? Now with the tantrum that these people are throwing, I might even raise this price. So tentatively, obviously, this strategy will change. I will let you know at what point I will kind of try to sell. So now it's up to $500, increment. So this is my thought. 500. Again, the thesis has changed. Roaring Kitty came back, and the enthusiasm, the FOMO, people buying call option, gamma ram, people are just gonna gamble on this thing, chasing, the price, thinking that they're gonna get rich one day, just like Roaring Kitty. The same exact dynamic here. So please beware, if you're getting into this company, know what you buy, know what you hold. And if you getting here, make sure that you could, stomach the drop. And if you buy call option, good luck to you. I used to hold call option, but I am out of that for now. I'm doing some, a little bit trading here and there on call option, but I am protecting myself from the downside. So I do have some covered calls here. I tried this poor man covered call thing, so it's I'm pretty protected. I'm hoping that I won't get exercised. Now, my expectation is that they're going to bring the price down to 25. So that's what I'm writing my covered call around. Of course, I could close out tomorrow. Depends on how violent the price point is. Again, this is just a few contract here. I'm not Xing out my whole position. For those of you who doesn't know or just listening in for the first time, I do have many accounts here. Okay, so I have my Moonback, I have my trading account as far as share go. And then I have, my other account that I kind of, play option, writing cash secure put, and always try to obtain more shares. And again, doing covered call as well. At hopefully I'm not going to get exercised, but if so, hey, they could get it. But as far as like my Moonback, it's right here. Never going to exit of this company. Now, if the theory of MOAS is indeed happening, this amount of shares will be more than enough for me to hold on forever until the end of time, right? So that's my speculation here. And let's say I'm wrong about MOAS, right? That it's not going to go to telephone book number. I get to kind of take advantage of this run. Of people gambling, right? People trying to squeeze people out here. Who knows? Maybe the people that are, they come to their senses and close out their position. Those are going to be the people that buy GameStop at $1,000 there. So hey, depends on how I feel, how strong the emotion of the urge of selling is. We'll see. I'll let you know when I sell and that price point, but I'm going to stick to this plan for now. Like I said, one share at $100 though. But at this price point, I'm going to start to unload a little bit more than one share at a time. So I know, GME for life. I know. Yeah, I mean, again, like Keith has been building a position on call option, and I'm sure he was rolling those call, whether a covered call or whatever, to increase this position is a monumental, it's like it's the epitome of success, as a retail investor, right? Or retail trader, even. Whether he sell in and out, that really doesn't matter. What matters is that he hold 5 million share at $22 right now. I mean 21 cost average. So of course I'm gonna give that get that price anchor in. I don't think it's gonna fall below $20 ever. So kissed $20 goodbye for now. And I'm sure fair value for me is 32 right now, fair value. So now we're in the realm of speculation, okay? The speculation is that hopefully these people come to their senses and close their position. And we'll see how desperate they are going to need those shares from you. If this call chain like that, look at this. 69,000 contract in the money just this week, 2 days, right? So if those are exercised, and it's gonna roll into the next week, but look at 21. Look at 21, 200,000. Half of that is Keith, right? So we'll see. More in the money right here. If the price skyrocket, will the market maker break the circuit? Circuit breaker? No. Can they? Will they? So it remains to be seen, right? Remain to be seen. Now for June 21, max pain is still $20. So for them to break even, they're gonna have to bring it down to 20. Will they be able to do that? Who knows? Depends on these people, right? Are they gonna exercise? Like this one right here, short dated call option. Are these people going to exercise to translate that into shares? If they do, market maker would have to go to the market to buy it. Now, as far as the support right here, 25 seems to have a lot more contract, 11,000 contract right there. So traditionally, they could technically bring it down to there. And if it dropped down to 20, the next support would be 20. So it seems the psychological price point is, the increment of 20. So again, people are betting up and down, right? The bear will think that the price coming down in 2 days, and premium is $15 right here. If you want to bet it down, that's on you. Good luck. Good luck. If you want to bet it up, let's see the next chain here. Okay, so incrementally, if we are able to stay above 30, this will keep 60,000 contract, 6,000 contract. Of course, it could change next week. People gonna gamble on this, try to chase the price or chase call option here for hedging purposes, perhaps. Who knows? But the next support, yeah, you can't even like put. Nobody wants to short this thing. Seems like, right? That's good. I mean, a lot of bets are on the call. Now, usually, again, that could, now IV crush could happen too, so be careful if you are trying to gamble on this thing, on the call option. That could be the way that, market maker get the liquidity to, slam down the price or whatever, negative sentiment to try to create that, fear. That's why anytime GameStop drop, you see a lot of media saying, see what I told you so, you should have sold, and all that stuff. Hold on, let me see. The steep price action here, nothing fazed me anymore about this company. Of course, I got my background on Bitcoin, so this type of drop doesn't scare me per se. I've seen it all, the volatility and all that stuff, because, hi, I'm a fundamental person as well. Like I invest based on the long-term prospect of the company, the growth, the turnaround business model, the social sentiment. Yeah, sure, that play a role as well. I mean, if you have this company that is retail backed, people are going to shop in it. You know, people who have, you know anything about GameStop is going to remember about GameStop for a long time, decade to come. It's not just now. You know, I'm sure the price action is exciting for people right now, but I will continue to hold this company 10 years from now, 15 years from now, forever, right? Hopefully they're going to pay dividends in some point. So, of course, I'm going to be here for it. Stock split, maybe, right? If NVIDIA could do it, we could do it. If NVIDIA could go up to $3 trillion, why can't we? You know, why not? The market is like free market, right? It's a free market. People are buying and selling as they wish and post any position as long as they, you know, do a disclosure. What is that? I mean, come on. Trying to get this guy, you know, banned. It's ridiculous. Again, it just showed their cards, right? In my opinion, just solidified my conviction in this stock even more, actually, right? So, Carter scarcely wants to short it. Of course, no. Actually, Carter. I think what he's thinking, what I'm thinking, he's actually doing a poop and scooping, right? He's just pooping it and scooping it because, when he was talking to Moran's, he was saying about how, oh, actually, I know about it before anyone else because the guy who doing that retro gaming thing, Game Boy, is actually my friend. Okay, if you know about it, why are you trying to get people to sell this company? Of course, they have some value there. You know, your friends apparently is the famous guy in that industry. So my thought is that he's just doing a poop and scoop. He is pooping and scooping behind closed door, trying to get the company at a cheaper price, than 32. And so that's their strategy. That's the only strategy that they have is for you to be scared and sell it to them at, 32. They try to get people to sell at 80. Nobody sell at 80, or 65 over here. So yeah, I mean, come on. And they are digging themselves deeper and deeper. They always mumble down 20% from the high. Okay, 20% from the high, yes, but the high was up. Yeah, of course, higher low. Higher low. You got that, How does the stock move? Just like Moran's, like yellow, don't need an arrow. Your stock can be going up to the right all the time. Hey, Tony, don't need an arrow if you listen to this. Instead of using yellow, let me just use red just to entice you to short this, or your boss, whoever paying you. Right here, boom, right? Crazy. So the trend is like that. Of course, to me, I think that the stock has been suppressed for 3 years, and it's due for this. And this is what happened when the stock has been suppressed for 3 years. This is the explosion that you would expect. This is the algorithm base, right? They're trying to short it. Meantime, you have people coming to out of the woodwork trying to get you to sell, that guy in the trench coat, right? Noisy Korax or whatever. When the company didn't post anything, or at least the price drop after we actually turned positive, what did they say? This is trash. Even though we're profitable for the first time, they still create that sentiment. And I'm sure some people sold or left here, right before it does this thing. They do that every single time, and they are effective at it. That's why they're trying to do it. And I'm sure some people fell for it, right? But not enough people fell for it. So that's why we have this, right? And now more and more people know the truth because you've been lying about it for too many years. And so it's going to keep growing. The company's going to keep growing. The truth will keep growing about this company, and I'm so glad to be alive in this time. Carter, I'm sure you feel the same way. He shorted on live today. Oh, really? Okay. Dumb stormtrooper, right? I went away south for him. His body language was depleted by the end of the day. Of course, again, this is why I don't mind when people are shorting this thing, because again, that's the catalyst. I mean, and I'm sure they're going to entice so many retail investors out there who have the ability to short this thing. They're going to entice them. And those people are going to lose their shirts because, when you short something, right, in my opinion here, of course, I don't do naked short or anything like that, or I don't even know if there's an ability to do that. I have to assume that it's not happening. But even if you buy put or whatever, buy put on a stock, that's going to be acting as a liquidity for market maker to send the price up, up, because they don't want you to make money, right? And again, market maker is the one and this is why max pain exists. It delivers the most pain to retail. And so, unless it's massive amount of gamma ram over here, where there's so many calls option holder out there that are in the money, exercise to get the share, they're not going to beat the market maker. Eventually it's going to come back to the equilibrium, and this liquidity will be used to send the price up, right? But yeah, they could do all sorts of things, and it's evident that the regulator out there, they are not doing anything to prevent market manipulation themselves. That's why it's so comical to me that this is somehow a big story. It's like, oh, we need to protect the integrity of the market. Okay, the integrity of the market has been skewed already when you allow people to short the company to oblivion without uncheck. Risk management, nothing, right? Okay, if there's no risk, then pay up. Then there shouldn't be any concern whatsoever about this company. It's a small company. It's a $10 billion right now at the moment. So if it's not a problem, then close your position, or short some more. How about that? In my opinion, doesn't matter if you're shorting this thing. Good luck to you, because I'm going to continue to buy this company at a price that I feel like it's fair for me. Currently, like I said, before I let you go, I know I ramble a little bit here, but this is my game plan for now. Obviously, this would tentatively change based on the data that comes in my new data coming in, right? Like I said, I will sell one share at a time at $100 and the same increment here. And then when it gets to 500, I'm going to up it to 10, right? That's why I call it a play bag. I have a strategy for the run up, and then this is the moon bag, meaning MOAS, okay? $3,000 a share. There you go. You want it to close your position? Come and get it right there. 3,000 price point. All right, guys, I will let you go. And have a good day. Good luck on the market.